Hello everyone, this is Horizon. I am back. This time I'm recording on an Elgato HD60, and this will be the first of many videos that will be produced in this new format. So, and I'm sorry it took me a while because I didn't know my mic wasn't turned on, but that's okay. It's on now, so let's just go with it. So what I want to show you is my multi-floor elevator version 2. If you remember my older one, it was based on FedEx Gaming's simple one, and I combined it with a selector like that, a button selector, and it would just open the doors and close them. This one is much different. This one uses two things we got in Team 31, and I've been hard at work ever since that update came out to get a simple yet functional elevator that you could go through in a multiplayer game, and it's easy to use as long as you know what you're doing. Like, this thing is noob-proof. Or not entirely, but anyways, so let me show you how this works. You can have up to 8 floors, 9 counting the lobby with this system, but I only installed 4 to go up to, so you want your arrow to be pointing to floor 2. So when I get in here and I press this button, I go to floor 2. Isn't that something? Well, and then you can just go back down, and let's set it to floor 3. And we're at floor number 3. And then we flip this again, press the button again, and we're at floor number 4. Now, here's another scenario for you. You're in a multiplayer game, and let me set this back to 2. Let's say you go to floor 2. There is no down function on this, you just use gravity. So, alright, let's say you're at floor 2. But let me just come down here and do this real quick. But when you get to floor 3, it shuts. But when you go to a different floor, it shuts the doors so that you can't go out at the wrong spot. But originally, you would have been trapped in here because of the pistons and you wouldn't have a way to get out. This way is much simpler. The iron door will open or close. And this thing is only powered when it's open. So when it's closed, you just step on this pressure plate and you go down. And you want to make sure you're holding A or X if you're on the PlayStation version, or spacebar, whatever it is, if you are when you fall, because you don't want to bounce. Because if you do that, you won't bounce as high and you can get out faster. And also on each floor, I have a little lamp that's lit up with a sign on it that says floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, so on and so forth. And now I'm going to show you the wiring behind this, and don't freak, it sometimes confuses me too. So right here is what was on his elevator. I've tinkered with this thing for quite some time because I've had it for over a year now. I'm not too sure if this was if this is an unmodified version of his elevator, but if it isn't unmodified, like if it has been modified, I'll let you know down in the comment section below. So, and then there's the floor selector. This is a very simple, I think it's called a red coder, I'm not too sure. It is using the item frame, and it detects what state it's in, what way it's facing to give how much power. So it powers this dust, which causes this repeater to turn on. Now these repeaters are all powering. These repeaters that are on 2 ticks down here are all powering torches, or going into torches. So it will cause the torch to turn off and then this one to turn on because this one isn't being powered. The signal strength isn't enough to power this repeater, so the torch will go on. And when you flip it, the signal strength is enough to cause this repeater to turn on, and it shuts this torch off. That repeater back there came on, but the signal strength isn't strong enough to cause this one to turn on, so this torch comes on. And there's a little torch tower system I have here. And when this one is powered, this one means the floor is not selected when this torch is on. It causes, it pushes this block out. When that block is back, this redstone here is powered as the elevator goes up, and it causes this piston to extend upwards. That doesn't happen when this block is gone, and because it's not meant to bounce you up, it's just meant to catch you, to keep you from falling. So when the block is back, so when the block is forward, I mean, it will push you up. When the block is back, it's just going to catch you from falling. Also, when this dust is powered, there is, a torch. I'll, fix that real quick. Break that block. And that causes this door to open. But because that torch is turned off, the door stays closed. Since the door, like I said, is only powered when it's opened, you can step on this pressure plate and fall through there, safe and sound back to the bottom. And this is survival friendly because obviously the slime block keeps you from dying unless you hit it in the wrong spot and you end up hitting this furnace here. But by the way, you also need immovable objects here. Furnaces are the cheapest, so I use furnaces. And let me check to see if my friend is online. No, he is not. Sorry about that. Normally I wouldn't do that, but for this video, being the first My Elgato videos, I'm not really going to have anything set in stone, nothing organized. So that's basically everything on this elevator. Except this one up here is a little bit different. This one just powers the door. Which, you don't even need this door up here, but I just wanted to take a look. And I know we don't have a door down here, but yeah, you wouldn't have a way of getting out of it. You wouldn't have a way of getting out if you had a door here, because it'd be shut, you'd be stuck here. Unless you made it so that the door would shut right before it launches you up. I don't know. But I'm not really going to bother about that. And this isn't meant to be anything special, the pattern here. That's just how I got it all set up. Nothing too special. By the way I had it set up, I just meant the smooth sandstone and the stone slab design, and of course smooth sandstone for the flooring. I'm a better interior designer than this, but I didn't want to have to worry about, like, I just built this as I was building it, and I don't want to have to change it, so I don't risk destroying any redstone having to fix it. Excuse me. So yeah, that's it. Next up here is a Jeb door, which I built this to test to see if they still worked after a certain update, because the updating pistons didn't work, but they fixed it. As you saw, this one would disappear whenever it opened. Let me show you. As you can see, that disappeared for a split second. And, oh, what is in this chest? How to be Batman. Let's read it. Be Batman. Well, you can't exactly hate on them for being dishonest, so yeah, nothing special there. And this is my train station that I showed you before. I've updated it, and I'll make a separate video on this. And will I make a tutorial? Possibly. Possibly. Very tongue-in-cheek answer there. So this is FedEx Gaming's simple silent selector panel that I used for my older elevator, which is, I don't have it on this because it's on my Xbox 360 and not on my One, and I've not been on my Xbox 360 in about a year now, so yeah. These are all the different redstone gates I built and other things just to test them. This is the O gate, I believe it's called. It's just very simple. A NOT gate has this torch here, which inverts the power, and it actually shuts it off. So, if you're going for a kitchen, but you want it to be more realistic, like the switch is down when it's off, you want to build a NOT gate. This is an AND gate, which means both of them have to be on for that to come on. This is an OR gate, which means one or the other, but not both. This is a T flip-flop. It's a... If you want to use a button to power something, like, it's much more complicated to set up multiple levers to power something like a door or a light switch, so, or multiple light switches like some houses have, so you might want to use a T flip-flop, which is what I certainly did. And this is an XOR gate, which means one or the other, and it can be both. As you can see, that one flipped, that one turned it on, and when I have both of them, it stays on. This is a true gate, which stays on all the time. This is a NAND gate, which means once both are turned on, it turns off. And I'm currently working on a NOR gate. I'm trying to think of how to make that. It means it can be one or the other, but if it's that would just be a false gate. Or no, that would be a false gate would be always off, while a true gate is always on. A NOR gate means if both are off, it stays on. But if either levers are flipped, or if both are flipped, then that means it'll all go off. So that was everything I wanted to show you, and I wanted a decently sized video for my first recording using an Elgato. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later.